I've come to a place called Neist Point, which is a lighthouse that's out on a peninsula. And the first thing you greet with, I mean, there's a car park here, which is free, which is great. But you've got the mountains going along the coast, which is quite spectacular. It's quite popular by the look of the amount of cars here. But there's a great view of the lighthouse. The trouble is the sun's behind all the clouds, and it's been one of them days again, raining, and so yeah, it makes it a little bit awkward. But if you can walk out to the lighthouse if you want to, which is across this point here. But the best place to get the pictures are on the top. So that's where I'm going to head. I'm going to head up along the top. As we're walking along the top of the cliff now, it's quite muddy. Like most places in Scotland at this time of year. So, good pair of walking boots, that's what you need. So as we walk over here, you see the peninsula sticking out. Any second now, the lighthouse is going to come into view. And that's why I'm up here, because that's a picture that I want. Would be nice if we had a little bit of sunshine out, which could happen. Might have to wait a little bit, but it looks like there's some blue sky up there on the way. So there's the lighthouse. You can just see it coming into view now. Look at that, that's a great shot. And that's why I came here, which isn't easy. If I can get up there. No, it's too boggy. Got to be a way across here. Look at that shot though. I just need to be a bit further over. That's it. Just like that. And this should be a great shot from here. And the sun's trying to come through, which is lovely. It's coming from my left, which would have been a lot better had it come from the right, which I suppose will be tonight, but I won't be here. But yeah, look at that. So I'm going to get the camera up on the tripod and start taking some photos. So that's it. Oh, the sun's out. We'll get back to where we was. I'll take a couple more because the sun is now well and truly out. So the gods are being kind. Let's get the sun a little bit more on that. I need to go over there like that. Focus in on that, push the button, and that's a lovely photo. Yeah, we like that one. So, what a lovely view this is. I'm glad to come here. This was supposed to be yesterday, but it was pouring down the rain yesterday, so I thought I'd leave it for a day, see what the weather was like. And it was raining, to be honest, but it got here and the sun's come out, so I'm really pleased. Well, with that note, I'm now heading off to a place called the Fairy Glen for my second location of the day. So I'm now walking in the opposite direction I'm going down a hill to get a picture of these cliffs there with the rock bits in the water, the stack there. So I don't want to. It's getting a bit muggy again here. Muddy. It's very damp underfoot. So you walk along and all of a sudden your foot sinks. So that's not great. So I'm gonna go down a little bit further, not much. See, there's a damp patch there, right there. So over that. Yeah. If I get to the edge of this bit here, I should get a nice shot from there. Again, put it on a tripod. And to be honest with you, I wanted a bit of sun for the lighthouse, but where the sun is, it's going to be a little bit glary. So this is going to prove to be a little bit more of a difficult composition, really. Oh, the Skye, eh? I mean, the road here, the road driving here, I'm going to put the GoPro on the way back, because I couldn't believe the roads I was on. It was single track roads up a, like, kind of, not a mountain, it was a tall cliff face on a little road. And I thought, surely this is this sat nav's bringing me a weird way round, but no, she got me here okay, or he did. It was an Aussie I've got on mine. Hey, look at this, this is a nice viewpoint. There's some sheep down there, sitting there just taking in the rays. Incredible scenery. Right, I'm going to put the GoPro down and I'm going to take some photos. It's a stunning drive, this, on the way here. It was absolutely gorgeous. But the trouble is, because it's so narrow, look at that, look, blind that, it's blind. Because it's so narrow, these pull-in places, they're not actually pull-in places, they're passing zones. So if you stop in them, you're just going to block the road up, which is a shame, because the photo opportunities on some of these roads are unbelievable.
After 200 yards, go straight ahead. Yeah. Too easy, mate. Okay. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
Thanks, Bruce.
Go straight ahead. Too easy, mate. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
There's potholes everywhere. It's quite atrocious, really, because a lot of cars come up here, and yeah, you could lose a tyre here. They're so deep, some of them. So I'm off to a place called the Fairy Glen. How about that? I've seen it on YouTube and done a little bit of research, and I don't think it's that far from where I'm actually staying, so I was always going to go there because of that. So I've done Neist Point, which is really remote getting out there, as you can see. So because the other place is right close, I thought I'd get that one in today as well. And then it's just nearly 12:15. Depending on how long I'm there, I'll still have some sunlight left, or daylight. The other place I could go is the Hill of the Red Fox, which is a place that I've been trying to get to. I should have gone last time I was here, really, because it's a really nice venue, but it's really remote, so you go down there, you don't see another car. Yeah, so it's really remote. It's not the kind of place you want to break down, because you won't get a phone signal there, and you're miles away from the main road, so it's quite, you know, it's quite a nasty one if you do have a problem. You've got a long walk back. See how the scenery keeps changing, look. So according to this, I'm 59 minutes away from the Fairy Glen, so 35 miles. And that's the other thing I've realised. You think of the Isle of Skye as being not very big. You know, it's an island, and we think of the island like Isle of Sheppey. It's like you're across it in 10 minutes. But this is a big place. You know, you can drive from one place to another, and they don't feel that driving for an hour is a long way. I was talking to the fellow who owns the cottage, and he said like 300 miles is nothing to them in Scotland, whereas 300 miles to me is a long way, you know. So yeah, we look at things quite differently down south, what they do up here. Well, I just had a look at the parking, and the parking's really reasonable. It's only £3 for the day, for the 4 hours. So what I'm going to do, I've just looked at the weather, and the clouds are heading this way, and over there it looks like there's a real storm coming, as you probably can tell. So I'm going to go now, leave it today. I know it's just up the road, so I can come back in the morning and see what the weather's like tomorrow. So that's the plan. I will leave here now. I'm going to go and get some fish and chips and check in that gift shop, and then I'm going to head back to the cabin, or the cottage, and then I'm going to head back to the cottage, and then I can spend the night editing some photos. That'll do for me for tonight. I think I'm done for the day. Okay, it's now 2:05. Time I get my food, bring it back, and do me a bit of shopping, then I think that'll be time to get back to the cabin and eat. Okay, here we go. Oh, as you can probably hear, it's very windy, so I'm having to speak a little bit louder. I'm at the Fairy Glen. I came here earlier today, but it was absolutely pouring with rain. So I was going to come back tomorrow, but I was at the cottage, which is just up the road. I'd been getting a bit of a shelter from the wind now. So I went back to the cottage and I watched it. The rain stopped and then the sun came out, but it's getting quite late now. So I didn't really expect to get here today, but I thought, well, it's only up the road. Let's do this, because if I do this tomorrow morning, it's taking time away from some of the other places I want to go to. And really tomorrow is my last day, because the day after I've got to vacate the cottage and then make my way to the Cairngorms. So this is the Fairy Glen. I can understand the reason why. It's all little mounds and there's a lake up here somewhere where there's a nice picture. So I shall endeavour to get that. Hopefully the sun might just light a couple of things up while I'm here, but it keeps going in behind the clouds because it's quite cloudy. I mean, it's free, this, you can walk around it for free. You just pay for the parking, which is £3. So it was worth coming. Oh, there's a waterfall over there. That's in the distance. Didn't know that was there. But the car park was a lot emptier this evening than it was earlier. I can see the lake down there. Oh yeah.
This is the way we came.
No, this is the way we came.
Right, I'm going to get a picture here. And I'll turn this off and I'll be back after. As I make my way up, I know it's not that far up from the videos that I've watched, so it shouldn't take that long really. And then I can get back to my nice warm cottage, watch the end of the film I was watching, and then do some picture editing. I have to say, last night I slept so well. And as we approach the top of this, we've got there's a tower stacked there. Now I've seen people going up that. So I bet the view's good up there, and you can see the waterfall in the distance over there. It's colour in the sky as well. Fairy Glen. The glen going up the glen. How about that? I think this is about the top of the glen, and then you've got, there's a hill over the far side which you can get up and get a picture looking back, which is quite nice. And there's like a thing on in the dip, it's got all shapes around it. Oh look, now you can see the falls. sun's going down. It'll be very dark soon. I reckon it'll be really dark by the time I get back. And I'm gonna settle down in the cabin. I keep calling it a cabin. I'm gonna settle down in the cottage tonight. Get quite a lot of photos edited. I'm trying to keep up with it day by day, but I'm about a day behind at the moment. Hopefully tonight I can get these last 2 days, because I've not taken a lot of photos over the last 2 days. But you don't need to take hundreds of photos every time, as long as you get the ones you like, the ones you're looking for. I just met a Scotsman wearing a kilt. He looked very smart actually. I said to him, "Ain't you cold?" He said, "No." I said, "That's why we wear them, because it keeps you warm in the winter and cool in the summer." But I'll tell you what, I don't think if I was wearing a kilt I'd be saying I'm warm. Not in this wind, then it's bitter. Well, you know what these Scots are like. He's obviously had plenty of pre-shredded wheats, I think. Look at that, that's a picture I never took. I'm going to get that. That's quite a nice composition actually. If I can frame it right. So I'm going to get the last picture of the day now. So I'm going to just adjust everything. I reckon that's pretty good. I'll just zoom out a little bit. Take that off. Zoom back in. Lift that a bit. Get the histogram up again. And that'll be my picture. So let's try that one. Pretty good. Can you see that? Alright, and that'll do. That's pretty good. Okay. Time to leave. These tripods, they're really, really good. And I love it to bits, you know. But these twist locks, the biggest problem with them is you really can't tell whether you've locked them off, because there's no way of knowing by looking at them. So you really got to be careful, and it's a real fault in them, because you can put your camera on a tripod and not lock one off, and all of a sudden you find your tripod's fell over with your camera on it. So it's not really brilliant the way it works, which is why my old tripod, I went for they're like levers which lock them off, so you can actually see if it's locked or not. And don't get me wrong, there's things about the twist grips that I like, but you can't see it, you can't tell whether it's locked or not. Anyway, we're over the last bit now, so we go over this little hill and you should see the car park. And now it should be my car. There she is, sitting there waiting for me. How about that? So I've got one more day tomorrow, and then tomorrow night will be my last night in the cottage. So tomorrow I've got 3 locations I wanted to do. One being the Hill of the Red Fox, which is a very remote area, so I want to get that one done quite early. And then I want to go to see if I can make my way up to the Old Manor's store, but this time I'm going to actually climb up. I'm going to get a picture of it from the lock farther. But it's pretty distant at that point. So then I want to climb up the side of the mountain up to where the old man is, which I'm led to believe is quite a steep climb, and it can be a bit demanding. But I think I'll manage that. I was going to go up it last time, but I didn't, and I'm going to try this time. And then I want to shoot up to the Kerrang. I'm not going to do the climb where I went before, because that takes about 3 hours to get up there. So I'm going to have a little wander around on the other side, and hopefully to spend a couple of hours there. And that's because that's quite a lot to do in a day, three places. But we'll see how we go. So I'm going to have a good night's skip after I've done my editing, and I'll be up early in the morning. That's me done for the day.